Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pino. Hey, I made a cool video. Watched an old video from a guy a couple of years ago named Kai, and he was taking Path 3 and Map 8 using Ebony Mall for a cheese. Now, I had never seen this until I got assigned Path 3 2 days ago. And so I was looking at the nodes on the path, and it talked about bob and weave, where you get critical hits. The defender's going to do critical hits even through block. And so I thought about it. I was like, well, wouldn't Ebony Maw be good? And then we had another guy in my battle group. Shout out to Tara. He sent the video, and I was actually watching the video the same time he sent it. And my Ebony Maw was rank 1, and then I brought him up to rank 3 to test this. It was that, I thought it was that amazing, where I was like, hold on, you mean to tell me I can use Squidward in the most amazing way? I got to give this a shot, right? I had the resources, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So I go in, and basically what you want to do is well, you kind of see it. I don't have to worry about them hitting me as long as I don't dex or intercept them. And that is kind of like, against how I normally play, obviously. So I had to, at first, I didn't know if I was going to do well the first shot doing this, because I'm normally going to dex, I'm normally going to intercept. And so I had to tell myself, you can't do this. Well, the other thing too is, it's when you're doing this successfully, and you can see it, you're going to try to get your 3 missions complete and get that persistent charge. I already have done that. And then you go to the next fight, and you're going to do the same thing, and you go to the next fight and do the same thing, and then you can get to Professor X and use him, and you would be at what? You'd get actually 4 charges. Now, when Professor X gets to 25 of his charges, he can't miss, right? So that whole step's going to go out on him. But up till 25, you can't. So you just got to play a little differently. That guy Kai in his video, he shows it. I don't do that. I didn't use Hercules to go ahead and get 2 charges, maybe 3 if I let him knock me down, just to ramp him up, because I don't need Ebony Maul for the rest of it, or the pass that I have to take. But you just got to watch this. I mean, this is pretty cool. Punisher, OG Punisher, was one of the toughest fights in Map 8 because of this node. And there's other folks that you could use, but some people just, don't like it, or you got to be able to intercept well. Well, if you just don't want to deal with any of that, you can just watch this video and take you an Ebony Maw and go to work at it. Now, this is a rank 3 Sigwood 100. In the guy Kai's video, he just had the same thing, but he was unawakened. And he was nuking this fight. And he was doing it much faster. He's obviously, when he shot the video, he must have had a lot more practice. And then he shot a video, and it looked like a superstar. You're seeing like day 2 of me doing this. And you can see at times where I'm trying to judge when they're throwing a medium or ending the combo. So I kind of stall a little bit at times, just trying to gauge it so that I didn't intercept. But you know how OG Punisher specials are. You know how he is. He gets that indestructible. And like I said, if you read the path on this Path 3, there's some with the mods. This is a pain in the butt path. In this fight particularly, Sunspot works. I talked to a buddy of mine I used to play with. Shout out to Trappy. And Sunspot is who he uses, and because of the perfect block. And it makes sense. Trappy's a high skill player. I don't want to get on a soapbox about Trappy, but I'm just, shout out to the dude. I mean, he can do things that I can't do. So I was like, well, I mean, I could still use them. I'm okay with Sunspot. I decided to go a cheesier route. And this is the mall. And as you see, so far we have 2 fights down in full yellow bar. I mean, I don't get hit at all in any of this. They can't hit me as long as I don't dex or intercept them. I've got to say, this is probably one of the most amazing things I have got to do in the game in a long time. And that's literally just stand there and not do a whole lot of anything. The other thing I want to mention is they got this 7-star selector thing that's coming up that Kabam announced a week ago in their fucking video thing they did. Anyway, Ebony Mall is one of those 7 stars. And there's not a lot of great 7 stars in that pool. I mean, Cap Wilson, I like Cap Sam Wilson, but I know from my 6-star, he needs to be awakened. And then if you really want better damage, he needs to be high sig. To be honest, like I've heard the arguments. It's like, well, he's got great utility. Yeah, he does. But the damage is not there if he doesn't have the high sig. No matter what you say, I've seen it. I have them, so I know this. He can still do a lot of the things you need him to do in situations. I mean, he's a current global war attacker, but if you don't have him high sig, you're just not going to get the damage you really want to see, especially depending on, for instance, like war. You just don't want to mess around too much. Anyways, he's in there, and I thought, a lot of people are going to go for him, including probably myself out of that batch. It just kind of made him a little sexy to potentially go ahead and pick him. And if I'm staying on path 3, is use him for this. If I'm not bringing him to, some type of defense. But anyways, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I thought this was cool. If you appreciate it, hey, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, do it. Hopefully, since Kabam's got the game back up, we'll have some more stuff here to post. Deuces.